So now when we're talking about the actual buffing process, there's three variables that you need to pay attention to. And that is going to be the physical speed of how fast that buffing head or that wool compounding pad is turning. In addition to that is how much pressure, how hard are you actually pushing that pad down onto the surface. And then lastly is going to be the angle, the angle of attack. Whether you're running this pad kind of on angle like this, or if you're running it flat on the surface. Now, when you're compounding paint, you're gonna do a little bit of both. And I'm gonna be running this pretty slow. I think this is on setting number 2. So if I had to guess, I'm gonna say this is right around 1200 RPMs, give or take. If you need to work an area a little bit longer on a slower speed, that is far safer than trying to get the buffing done quickly at a higher speed. The difference between polishing and burning could literally be a half a second in one place too long. So when we first start the buffing, our area of focus on the pad itself is just going to be this outside perimeter. We're not gonna load up anything in the center here. We're gonna use the center for removing and doing the fine polishing. We're gonna use the outside edges for doing the actual compounding. So when I'm adding the compound here, I'm going to add 5, maybe 6 small little dollops all around the buffing pad, just around the perimeter. Once you get to this point, before you fire it up, just kind of go ahead and massage this stuff in, again, just to help with the sling factor. Now, when I start this, I'm not going to start flat. I'm going to hold this up on edge because, well, one, that's where the compound is. The compound is right around the perimeter here. But also, too, remember, part of this process is we need to create some friction. We need to warm this paint to the point where it can be somewhat soft so that we can move it from one area over another and help with this, the actual polishing process. So I'm going to hold this up on edge. I would say maybe like a 45 degree. Once I start to see that the compound is starting to dry, then I'm going to hold this flat and I'm going to use the center area of the buffer to actually remove any additional residue that might be on there. And then finally, if we have to, we'll go ahead and we'll give it a wipe down, ideally with a microfiber cloth, but I don't have one, so I'm going to use whatever I can get my hands on. She's warm. Not hot. I mean, it's not going to like burn your hand or anything like that. It's warm, but it's not hot. And that's right where you want to be. If I get out of the way, all right. Now our glass is all the way back across there now. And I could probably do one more round, but I think you get the idea.